Del, Louisiana, an estimated Category EF1 tornado damaged dozens of buildings.
We had a tornado come through this area.
Chris Kaufman is the fire chief for St. Tammany Parish.
We had to evacuate more than 50 people from this structure. No fatalities, a couple of injuries, but just amazing that we got through this area, how bad the damage is.
When they say it sounds like a freight train, it most certainly does.
Slidell resident Robin Marquez works for a construction company.
Never talked to God so much before in my life.
In Texas, flooding led to water rescues in Jasper County. There was heavy damage to a church in Port Arthur. And in Katy, Texas, a severe thunderstorm collapsed part of the roof of a Firestone repair shop, flinging an air conditioning unit into the parking lot. In Mississippi, the Emergency Management Agency said over 70 homes were damaged. In Scott County, the sheriff reports that a 64-year-old woman on an oxygen machine died after her home lost power. I'm Jennifer King.
The first round of the Masters at Augusta National was supposed to get underway right about now, but it's been delayed by at least an hour because of the bad weather. Storms, heavy rain, and strong winds in the forecast. Thousands more firearms dealers will have to run background checks on buyers when they sell at gun shows or other places outside brick-and-mortar stores under a new Biden administration rule. Still no word on what set off the gunfire in Philadelphia yesterday during an event marking the end of Ramadan. 3 people injured, 5 taken into custody.
Police said the shooting occurred around 2:30 p.m. at an annual Eid al-Fitr event in Philadelphia. Law enforcement at the scene said they heard about 30 gunshots when 2 groups of people started firing at each other and people began fleeing the scene. I'm Haya Panjwani.
Delta Airlines says summer travel demand is strong. This is AP News. New York towns and villages that have bans on alcohol sales would be forced to lift them under a bill moving through the legislature. The AP's Julie Walker.
7 New York towns prohibit the sale of alcohol. A bill moving through the state legislature would override local control and take away the dry status. One of the sponsors, State Senator James Skoufis.
We live in the year 2024. This is not 1924. And the bill is an attempt to try and drag these communities into modern time.
In Canandaigua, which is a dry town, Deputy Town Supervisor Philip Stockin says it's another example of the state wanting to dictate to locals.
There's better things that they could be doing with their time and the needs of New York State, because this issue can be changed by the local people anytime they want to.
I'm Julie Walker.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Check out all these great savings at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can save up to 24% on select small engine air, inline, and oil filters. Plus, they have Rain-X High Foaming Creamy X Wash and Wax $16.99, and McGuire's Hot Rims All-Wheel and Tire Cleaner only $6.99 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
AGCO is proud to launch PTX, a new leading brand that combines precision ag technologies from Precision Planting and PTX Trimble. The alignment of these brands supports farmers, dealers, and OEMs globally. PTX Trimble and Precision Planting understand the challenges of farming. That's why they designed solutions to help you implement technology and automation on your farm. They knew there was a better way, so they're building it together. With a combined set of products from Precision Planting and PTX Trimble, there are now precision ag technologies to touch all brands, equipment types, and farms. PTX spans the entire crop cycle, from land prep to planting, spraying to harvesting, and each pass in between. Innovative brands you trust, powerfully simple, seamlessly compatible. PTX. Visit ptxag.com to learn more.
At KSMO, looking at our forecast, it looks still a little bit cloudy out there. We do have winds coming out of the northwest at us right now, right here at KSMO Radio, and they're not extraordinarily hard, but they are at about 8 to 10 miles an hour, and they're going to go up as the day goes on. So just as a mode of reference, be prepared for stronger winds as the sun will finally start to make its way back out here as we go through the morning hours. So here we go. We're going to start things out 49 degrees right now. It's getting a little bit brighter out to the west, so we're going to call it cloudy to partly cloudy at the moment. But there's still a slight chance, a super slight chance, of still getting a sprinkle. Some areas are still pretty cloudy. We still see a few areas in Dent County that still have one little radar plop to them, so there could be a little bit of light moisture associated with those areas. So kind of keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about today. You're still going to run across some low water crossings that may have some water running through them at a pretty good clip. Had a nice steady rain yesterday, and even overnight we had a little bit heavier rain. So just, again, be prepared for all these different situations coming after the rain yesterday. But for the most part this morning, it's just going to be cloudy throughout most of the KSMO listening area with gradual clearing. A high today is 65. It will become breezier and breezier as the day goes on. Like I said this morning, 8 to 15 mile-an-hour winds. They'll become 15 to 25 mile-an-hour winds and gusts to over 30 as the morning goes on. Clear skies tonight, low of 40 with northwesterly breezes, 12 to 20, gusting to 30. Sunshine Friday, high of 67 with a northwesterly breeze at 12 to 20 miles an hour, still gusting to 30. Clear Friday night with the low of 44, winds out of the west at 5 to 10, will eventually shift down to the south after midnight. Sunshine Saturday, high of 81. Then clear Saturday night with a low of 55. It'll be breezy, and then sunny Sunday, the high of 83. Currently here at KSMO Radio, we still have 49 degrees. That has not budged. We have had that temperature for now 2 hours. It feels like about 45. Winds are still out of the northwest at 9. 83% the relative humidity, and the pressure is at 29.68. It is rising here at KSMO Radio. We have 7:35 at KSMO, and we've got news next. That's coming your way in just 60 seconds.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
You'll find these spring deals at K&H Auto Supply. Gum-out intake valve cleaner for $12.99 for the 11-ounce size. Blue Devil oil stop leak only $14.49. And Blue Devil head gasket sealer for $29.99. Come on by today at K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
At Country Mart in Salem, you'll find gluten-free, organic, and diabetic products. They also have fresh produce, quality meats, a bakery, and a full-service deli that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you joined the Country Mart e-Club yet? You'll receive exclusive offers, weekly specials, and special sale items through your email. It's free to join, and for more information about the e-Club, go to www.tcmarkets.com. It's just another service from Country Mart in Salem.
At the KSMO studios, it is our time right now for local news. Local news brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. My name is Stan Stevens, and you're listening to it on AM 1340 and 95.7 FM, and streaming with us at KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Thank you for being along with us on this Thursday morning, April 11th. Let's get to that news. This Saturday at the Ozark Natural and Cultural Resource Center on Highway 19 in Salem at the exhibit called Crossroads, Change in Rural America, there'll be a panel presentation about the area on forestry, farming, and tourism beginning at 10 o'clock called In What Ways Do We Use Our Land? Also available for sale at the exhibit will be the Salem Walking Tour books. The exhibit is open Monday through Saturday, and there's no charge to visit the exhibit. The Crossroads exhibit is part of the Museum on Main Street, a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and state humanities councils nationwide. Support for Museum on Main Street has been provided by the U.S. Congress. An accident happened Tuesday afternoon at 340 in Iron County around Y and Highway 49. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2016 IC bus being driven by 41-year-old Lynetta Asher of Boss was stopped at a stop sign when she was struck from behind by a 2008 Ford Taurus being driven by 18-year-old Chastity Williams of Fort Clinton, Ohio. A passenger in that Taurus, 20-year-old Jasmine Frost from the state of Colorado, suffered minor injuries and was taken by EMS to the Salem Memorial Hospital for treatment. The Ford sustained extensive damage and was removed from the scene by Abney's Towing. The bus was able to be driven from the scene. Williams and Asher were wearing seat restraints at the time of the accident, while Frost was not using a seat restraint. An accident happened Tuesday morning just before 6 in Phelps County in Interstate 44 westbound at the 182-mile marker about 2 miles west of Rolla. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2014 Dodge Ram 3500 being driven by 47-year-old Brian Poe of Rolla and a 2023 Peterbilt being driven by 57-year-old Timothy Clark of Salem were both traveling westbound when they entered a construction zone. Concrete dust in the air obstructed the vision of both drivers. The Peterbilt slowed because of the limited vision, and the towed unit was struck from behind by the Dodge Ram. Poe suffered moderate injuries and was taken by Phelps Health Ambulance to the Phelps Health Hospital. Clark received minor injuries but chose to seek his own treatment. The Dodge was totaled and removed from the scene by D&D Towing. The Peterbilt had minor damage and was able to be driven from the scene. The report went on to state that both drivers were wearing seat restraints at the time of the accident. The Salem Middle School students did well at the middle school contest for solos and ensembles at Camdenton held last Saturday. Receiving a number 1 exemplary rating for a vocal solo were 8th graders Autumn Culp, Cullen Edwards, Brooklyn Letchworth, Marin Ramirez-Braceno, Jane Roberts, and Phoebe Taylor. 7th graders that received a number 1 rating were Kelsey Lansing and Kevin Toman, and 6th graders receiving the number 1 rating were Emerson Dillon, Morrison Gregg, and Grace Taylor. Ensembles that received a number 1 exemplary rating were the 6th grade girls ensemble, made up of Emerson Dillon, Grace Taylor, Emily Camden, Serenity Drury, Izari Torres, Eva Schlag, and Kimberly Sanchez. 2 7th grade ensembles were given a number 1 rating. The girls' ensembles, made up of Clara Ball, Madison Mercer, and Hannah Prue, and the boys' ensemble was comprised of Chase Doms, Caleb Utz, and Kevin Toman. There was 1 7th grade girls' duet that received a number 1 rating, and that was Kelsey Lansing and Caitlin Mendenhall. 3 8th grade girl ensembles were honored with a number 1 rating. 1 ensemble was made up of Aaliyah Hofer, Deanna Moore, and Kylie Smith. Another was comprised of Autumn Culp, Jane Roberts, Brooklyn Letchworth, Phoebe Taylor, and Marin Ramirez-Braceno. The 3rd 8th grade ensemble was made up of Calissa Parks, Ellie Hogan, Emma Schlag, Addison Summers, Gracie Mendenhall, and Grace Kerr. Other middle school students received a number 2 outstanding rating, including 1 8th grade soloist, Aaliyah Hofer, and 5 7th grade soloists. They were Crystal Bloom, Charlotte Gronowski, Hannah Prue, Alice Salyer, and Jason Triplett. Also receiving a number 2 rating was a 7th grade girls ensemble made up of Sophia Decker, Brinkley Tripp, Alice Salyer, and Aubrey Widner, and the 8th grade boys ensemble comprised of Bentley Loftridge, Aiden Summers, Mason Sanders, Cullen Edwards, and Alex Woodward. Receiving a number 3 rating was the 7th grade girls ensemble that was made up of Grace Ballard, Charlotte Gronowski, and Kaylin Jackson. Congratulations to all the students on their achievement. Salem Memorial Hospital will be holding a special board meeting Sunday at 2 o'clock to swear in newly elected board members and discuss the proposed policy and pledge of confidentiality. The board may then vote to go into closed session before they adjourn. The meeting is open to the public. Any person who would like to attend by telephone or electronic means should contact the SMC. That's bad. Should contact the SMDH Administration Office by Friday, 573-729-6626, extension 4005, so you can get your access information. Again, the Salem Memorial Hospital special board meeting Sunday will be at 2 o'clock, Hospital Library, where they will swear in newly board-elected members. 742 at KSMO. Sports is next. Coming your way after this word from Gar Trucking and Equipment Company. in one of those mornings. And they're located in St. James. They're serving the surrounding area with all your equipment needs, chainsaws, mowers, tractors, so much more. Talk with Matt McCarter. Call him at 573-265-5110 or see him on State Route B in St. James at 14380 State Route B. It's Gar Trucking and Equipment Incorporated.
Call the professionals at Gar Truck and Equipment Stat.
What's happening to me?
Sir, you've been using your junk mower way too long. We need to get you on a new Ferris, Stihl, or Husqvarna mower from Gar Truck and Equipment fast.
Medic, the guys from Gar are here.
Quick, get him on that new zero-turn mower now. And there he goes. We saved another one.
Test drive your new Ferris, Husqvarna, or Stihl lawnmower from Gar Truck and Equipment today. Check out gartruck.com.
At KSMO Radio, we continue now with some sports news. The Salem Baseball Tigers are scheduled to play Thayer today at 4:30 at the SHS Baseball Field Complex. If played, that game can be heard on KSMO Radio and video streamed on KSMO Media. Salem enters the game with a 7-2 record overall, 3-0 in the SCA Conference. Thayer is 2-3 coming into that game. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers lost their 7th straight game on Tuesday as they lost to the Licking Lady Wildcats 16-6. Lady Tigers are 2-8 on the year, and they'll be off until Monday when they play at Mountain Grove. Salem Tennis Tigers will host Licking today beginning at 4 at the Salem City Park. The middle school track meet scheduled for Wednesday at Cuba was canceled. It will not be made up. The Cardinals and the Phillies played a rubber game in their 3-game series yesterday. John Rooney and Ricky Horton have that report, gentlemen.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals yesterday, in a light rain throughout the game, finished up their homestand. They won 3, they lost 3, and lost to the Phillies yesterday 4-3.
It was a close game. They lost 4-3, as you mentioned, and they had their chances at the end. The Cardinals had a runner on in the 9th inning. A rough day for Victor Scott. He made an error. In fact, the Cardinals made 2 errors in the game. Very unusual for them, and they just couldn't come up with enough runs late. Andre Palante suffered the loss.
In the inning where the Cardinals made it a 1-run game, Victor Scott led off with an infield hit. He broke a long offer, but he took a step towards second and was tagged out, just compounding the problems from the first inning error.
A rough day for the rookie Vic, and he did that offensively and defensively, obviously, but a nice day for Zach Thompson, who ended up with 6 strikeouts out of the pen. He limited the damage that Palante had caused and kept the Cardinals in the game.
The Phillies won at 4-3, and the Cardinals are traveling today to Arizona. In Phoenix tomorrow night, Stephen Matz will pitch, and we're on the air at 7:45 Central.
And we'll have that game right here on KSMO Radio. How about them Royals? They earned their 6th straight win, beating Houston Wednesday 11-2 at a 7-run 3rd inning. Kansas City goes for the sweep this afternoon over Houston. And last night, Jordan Kyrou scored 2 goals in under a minute as St. Louis scored on their first 4 shots and ended up beating Chicago 5-2. They'll play Carolina Friday night as they cling to their playoff hopes by a thread. At KSMO, that'll do it for a look at news and sports, brought to you by your friends at Gar Trucking and Equipment in St. James. Come see Gar Trucking and Equipment. They have all of your equipment needs met. They got big, they got small, agriculture, construction, chainsaws, mowers, tractors, trucks, they've got it. Stop on by, they sell it all at Gar Trucking and Equipment Incorporated in St. James. Call them today, 573-265-5110. Speak with Matt McCarter, or you can go by 14380 State Route B in St. James. You can also check them out on Facebook, Gar Trucking and Equipment Incorporated in St. James. At KSMO Radio, 746, time for that daily investment report from the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Edward Jones Brokerage, helping people with their investment needs for many years. And, of course, you can get in touch with them locally right here in Salem at 907 South Pershing. You can also call their office here, 729-3831. For over 101 years, Edward Jones Brokerage, helping people just like you and I. Get in touch with them today or stop by the office. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC, with our daily investment report. Bringing you the report this morning is Teresa Whalen. Teresa?
This is Teresa Whalen bringing you the daily financial market report on behalf of financial advisors Joe Brand, Leah Nash, and also Edward Jones. Today's U.S. equities closed lower. The Dow closed down 422 points to close at 38,462. The Nasdaq closed down 136 points to close at 16,170. The S&P 500 closed down 49 points to close at 5,161. And in the bond market, 10-year Treasury yields are trading at 4.55%. The price of crude oil was up $1 even to close at $86.23, and the spot price of gold was down $14.30 to close at $2,348.10. For stocks of local interest, we have Ameren Corporation at $72.28, down $1.71. AT&T $16.73, down 17 cents. Boeing $174.63. Down $3.49. Dollar General $154.63, up $1.24. ExxonMobil $122.20, up $1.02. McDonald's $268.67, down 77 cents. Microsoft $423.26, down $3.02. PepsiCo $168.95, down $1.66. Pfizer $26.32, down 46 cents. Procter & Gamble $157.24, up 58 cents. U.S. Bancorp $42.03, down $1.91. Walmart $80, or excuse me, that is $60.62, and that is up 83 cents. This has been today's financial market report, brought to you on behalf of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash, serving individual investors with personalized attention and financial advice at 907 South Pershing, right here in Salem, Missouri, bringing you this Wall Street to Main Street report.
Thanks, Teresa. And don't forget to join us again for our next daily investment report coming your way right here at KSMO. That will be possibly this afternoon if the Salem Tiger game is not played. If it is played, it'll be tomorrow morning right around 7:40 to 7:45. The daily investment report from the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC. And don't forget to give them a call locally if you have a question or two at 729-3831 or drop by 907 South Pershing, Joe Brand, Lee, and Nash of Edward Jones at the KSMO studios. We invite you to stay right here. We've got coming up next a look at Operation Weather Watch. That's waiting to come your way in 1 minute.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
I think every farmer faces the challenge of stress during the growing season. You stick a bunch of money in the ground and you just pray the good Lord lets it rain and lets you have a crop. So we actually participate in the NutriTrack program and the Crop Track program, where it gives us a lot of peace of mind if in the busy months of the summer when we're baling hay and we can't get out to every field every week. We know someone's out there looking after us.
Performance driven, farmer focused. MFA, your whole farm solution.
At 7:51 at KSMO. It's time for weather on Operation Weather Watch. Complete summary of weather in the region and the KSMO listening area. An upper-level trough is going to move southeast through the region today and will push the surface low off to the east. The pressure gradient will tighten across the area this morning as well as this afternoon and bring the surface low to the east and surface high pressure across the plains with plenty of winds. Those winds could gust to 30 to 35 mile an hour and develop across the region this morning and in the afternoon. By the afternoon, some of those gusts out in western Missouri could be 40 mile an hour or above. The strongest winds will likely be late this morning into the early afternoon, with the gusts gradually weakening but remaining gusty into the early evening hours. The wind should then weaken fairly quickly early this evening once the sun does begin to set. Clouds will clear from west to east this morning from the upper-level trough. A drier air mass will move into the area today as the afternoon humidity values will drop to about 25 to 40%. Highs this afternoon will warm into the middle 60s under a mostly sunny sky. Lows tonight into Friday will drop into the upper 30s to low 40s. An upper-level ridge will build east across the plains on Friday. This will allow for a warmer air mass to start to move into our region. Highs on Friday are expected in the upper 60s, our area, low 70s to mid 70s out west. Now, the upper level ridge will build over the region on Saturday along with a warmer air mass. Highs will warm into the upper 70s in our area or even hit 80. Gusty southwesterly winds will develop with gusts of 30 to 35 miles an hour at times, which will warm up that air out in western Missouri to about 85. A drier air mass remain in place as the afternoon humidity values will drop to about 30%. A weak upper-level disturbance will move through the region Saturday evening and night, flattening that ridge. A dry air mass will be in place, so no rain's really expected there. This will support, though, some highs warming into the low to middle 80s by Sunday afternoon. An upper-level low will dig into the southwestern continental United States Sunday and then move east on Monday, and as a result, some rain chances will be much lower much of the day on Monday, and the highs will warm into the low to mid 80s again during the afternoon hours. Now, surface low pressure is going to move northeast across the Central Plains Monday evening, and then overnight through Iowa on Tuesday into Missouri. A cold front will remain west of the area Monday night, but then will move east through the area come Tuesday, and there'll be some differences on the exact timing of when that front will come through. But when it does, storms will develop ahead of that front come Monday evening and night and could move into portions of the area during that time frame. Additional storms and showers will be possible along the front when it comes through on Tuesday. There could be the potential for strong to severe weather come Monday evening into Tuesday morning, depending upon how much instability can develop across the region and the exact timing of the front if it comes through during the heat of the day or the cool of the evening. Gusty southwesterly winds will develop across the region Monday and Tuesday as the pressure gradient will tighten across that area east and south of that surface low. Should be a very nice weekend, a little breezy, but very, well, only almost to say to the point of getting hot. If it gets to 85 already in April, that's getting hot. And that's going to probably be out west, our area, probably around the 80-degree mark, maybe a degree or two above or a degree or two below. Pretty nice weekend, though. Actually, looks pretty good. 60 our high yesterday, 50 the low. That high of 60, by the way, was at 12:45 in the morning. So that was during, the rains and stuff when it was coming down. It kept going down, 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 down. All right. Anyway, nonetheless, normal high 67, normal low 44. Record high of 84, set back on this date in 1930 and 1972 and in 1996. 23, the record low in 1989. Yesterday we had 1 1/9 inch of rain here at the station. Month-to-date total at 1 19/20, while 1 1/4 would be normal. 12 11/20 our total for the year. 9 7/10 would be normal. 6:36 the time of sunrise this morning. 7:38 the time of sunset. Looking at the extended forecast from Monday through Wednesday, you're looking at sunshine Monday and a real nice day. High about 83, but by Monday night, going to get breezy. There'll be some clouds roll through. We have a chance of showers, and some of those storms could be severe with a low of 62. Then a chance of some showers Tuesday in the morning up till about noonish or so. Then partly sunny, still breezy, high of 77. And then Tuesday night, to get to repeat the whole thing again. There'll be a chance of some showers rolling in on a front. Maybe not quite as severe as a chance on Monday, but there still could be some thunder shower activity. And partly cloudy skies, a low of 60. Then Wednesday morning, again, a chance of some showers that will tie over from Tuesday night. Then become sunny by the afternoon and a high of 83. That local forecast and current conditions next in a moment.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
At the KSMO studios, our forecast. A little bit of cloud cover this morning. I won't rule out a drop of rain or two that could still come down, but it is starting to clear out a little bit. So probably done with the rain. I'm not going to say totally done. Like I said, maybe a drop or two still lingering. I see nothing on the radar out there at all now in our area, so I'm pretty sure we're pretty well done with the rain for now. However, we will have a breezy day as the day goes on. Right now, the winds have been out of the northwest and have been pretty much at 8 to 10 miles an hour, but they're going to pick up. And as the morning moves on, those 8 to 10 mile an hour winds will become 14 to 25 mile an hour winds. And then by the afternoon, could gust up to 35 miles an hour. Then for tonight, clear and low of 40 with northwest winds at 12 to 20 miles an hour, gusting to 30, putting wind chills in the low 30s by early Friday morning. Welcome to spring. Sunny on Friday, high of 67 with those northwesterly breezes at 12 to 20 miles an hour, still gusting up to 30 throughout the day Friday. Those winds will start to die down Friday night, though. It'll clear out. We'll have a low of 44, and the winds will move to the west at 5 to 10, then travel to the south after midnight. Saturday, sunny, 80 degrees for a high, maybe 81. Wow. Clear skies Saturday night with a low of 55, and the winds are going to come right back again. We're going to be a very breezy weekend, especially come Saturday night into Sunday. Sunny on Sunday, warm, 83, but a breezy warm. And clear skies Sunday night with the low of 58 degrees. So it looks like weather-wise, temperature-wise, going to be very, very warm on the weekend with 80 degrees plus. Very possible in most areas, or at least at near 80. I won't maybe say 80 degrees plus. But for the most part, though, by Sunday and Monday, it should be above 80 degrees. So the warmer conditions are already starting to creep in during this spring here in Missouri. Currently here at the KSMO studios. Right now, as I mentioned, it's a little bit lighter on the cloud cover right now. We do have, I'm going to call it partly cloudy, go way out on a limb right there. And it's 50 degrees right now. We do have winds out of the northwest at 10. 81% relative humidity, making it feel like 46 degrees. We have pressure rising up at 29.69 inches here at KSMO Radio, and our skies are still, for the most part, cloudy. Though, as I mentioned, a little bit lighter and thinner clouds, and so we're going to call it partly to mostly cloudy skies currently here at KSMO. And there you have it, a look at weather on Operation Weather Watch, a complete summary of weather in the region and KSMO listening area. We hope you'll stick around right here at KSMO. We always have a fantastic array of music and information to still come your way as our Civic Record comes up next here in just a moment on KSMO Radio.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Missouri Department of Agriculture Director Chris Chin.
We are encouraging producers to keep your cattle up close where there's a lot of human activity, especially when you're calving. If you're looking for a depredation permit, we encourage you to reach out to the Missouri Farm Bureau. They're able to issue you a permit that will allow you to take up to 5 of the black vultures. We also are encouraging farmers and ranchers and producers to be reaching out to their University of Missouri Extension office. They have a lot of valuable resources to help you mitigate black vultures on your farm. We also have funds available at the Department of Agriculture to reimburse for necropsy results when the loss is determined to be by a black vulture. This determination has to come from a certified veterinarian or the U.S. Department of Agriculture Wildlife Services. You can find more information about black vultures on the Missouri Department of Agriculture website at agriculture.mo.gov.
At KSMO Radio, doing a Tale of the Country Mart today, you can save on Best Choice Pasta. Get 5 boxes, $5. Also, you can save on Highland Coffee Creamer. Get 2 of those for $5. And you can save, too, on your Highland Sour Cream. 24-ounce size, $3.99. Stop on by and save when you do your shopping today at Country Marts. Highway 3272 East in Salem. They're here to help you save. Open 7 days a week. At KSMO Radio, it's 8:03, and time for the Civic Record, a program of church and civic news, and a mention of persons recently deceased. Civic Record brought to you as a courtesy of all of us, right here at KSMO Radio and your friends at Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South. You know, if you're needing new appliances, and we're getting nearer and nearer to summer, and it's getting nearer and nearer to the FFA and 4-H livestock auction in July, and maybe you've been thinking, you know, I haven't had a purchase in a while, and maybe I want to get that side of beef, or maybe I want to get or split one with somebody. You know, it's a great way to help save money, and you can do that by making sure that you have a freezer that can accommodate that. Well, Southtown Furniture has them, and I tell you what, they even have a freezer that you can use as a refrigerator until you need it as a freezer, and then you can convert it over. Yep, it's happened. I've got one myself, and I bought it right there at Southtown, and you can do the same thing. I'll tell you what, it's a great convenience to you, because if you don't need a freezer for 12 months out of the year, but you do need a refrigerator, maybe around Thanksgiving or maybe during the summer, you've got an extra one. It's fantastic, great convenience, and it's available locally at Southtown Furniture right here in Salem. Stop on by, visit with them, find out more. Southtown Furniture, your home for all the appliances you need: washers, dryers, freezers, refrigerators, microwaves, dishwashers. Go on, keep going. Yep, they're all there. Southtown Furniture in Salem. It is where the bargains are. 1601 South Highway 19, 729-3422, or go online, SouthtownFurnitureSalem.com. Eula Blake of Salem passed away Tuesday, April 9th, at the age of 85. Graveside services for Eula Blake will be at 11 this morning at the Empire Cemetery in Gladden. Eula Blake is survived by sons Keith Blake and wife Angie, and Richard Blake and wife Jane, a sister, Connie McLean, a brother, Kenneth Bland and wife Gay, and a host of nieces, nephews, extended family, and friends, as well as 6 grandchildren. All the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Eula Blake, whose graveside services will be held at 11 this morning at the Empire Cemetery in Gladden, Missouri. David Leroy Bergner of Salem passed away on Monday, April 8th, at the age of 80. Funeral services for David Leroy Bergner will be at 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon, that's this afternoon, at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with visitation this morning from 11 until service time today. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. David Leroy Bergner, survived by his wife Sharon Bergner of Salem, a daughter Deborah Four and husband Keith of Salem, 2 grandchildren, nieces, and several great-nieces and great-nephews, and other relatives and friends. Memorial contributions may be made to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Memorial envelopes are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for David Leroy Bergner, whose funeral services will be held at 1 o'clock this afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Leon Leo Bays of Steelville passed away Sunday in Steelville at the age of 53. Funeral services for Leon Bays will be held at 11 Saturday morning at the Wilson Mortuary Viburnum Chapel, with visitation from 6 until 8 this Friday at the Wilson Mortuary Viburnum Chapel. Burial will be in the Upper Indian Creek Cemetery. Leon Leo Bays is survived by his wife, Tana Bays of Steelville, a daughter, Brooklyn Pirro, and husband, Maverick of Bald Knob, Arkansas. Stepchildren, Lacey Turnbow and husband, Justin of Davisville, and Devin Griffin and wife, Kelly of Steelville, a brother, Leroy Bays of Viburnum, plus 6 grandchildren and a host of nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, and friends. All the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum for Leon Leo Bays, whose funeral services will be held at 11 Saturday morning at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. More of our Civic Record comes your way next. It's up right after this.
Are you thinking of buying a new recliner and you're wondering where you should go to see the best selection and the lowest prices? Then you should head for the Recliner Store. Where's that at? Where else but smack dab in the middle of the Southtown Big Furniture Warehouse showroom on Highway 19 South, just 2 blocks from the Crossroads Shopping Center. They do accept Visa and MasterCard and are open 6 days a week for your shopping convenience. Southtown Furniture is where the bargains are.
Continuing with the Civic Record, you definitely want to check it out tonight at the Salem Community Garden at the Salem United Methodist Church. There'll be a special presentation featuring companion gardening. These presentations are absolutely free, and they're put on by the Master Gardeners and the Salem Community Garden, sponsored by your friends at, of course, the Dent County University Extension and your Master Gardeners. If you have a plot there or not, doesn't matter. These presentations on gardening are open to the public, and they're absolutely free. For more information about the presentation tonight, call Master Gardener Charlie Grimm at 573-368-9902 or the Dent County Extension 729-3196. The presentations will be at the Salem Community Garden at the southeast corner behind the Salem United Methodist Church. You'll find the gardens right there. And again, it starts at 6 o'clock and it's absolutely free. Salem Eagles will be having their ladies karaoke this evening. That will be over at the Eagles Club on Highway 32 West, where they're going to have a baked potato bar and drink specials to kick things off. The doors open at 6 p.m., and the event is open to the public, the Salem Eagles Club. It's on Highway 32 West, just past the airport, and it's on the north side of the road, where tonight it's a ladies' night karaoke, and then they'll have a baked potato bar and drink specials available as well after the doors open at 6. Tonight, everyone is welcome to attend. There'll be a toothbrush rug beginner class this evening from 6 until 8 with Amy Terrell. The cost of this class is $20. And if you'd like to make a toothbrush rug, it's going to be pretty cool. You can do so, or a table runner, or a trivet, or make that rug as big as you want. And find out more and still see if there's availabilities for that class tonight with Amy Terrell, 6 to 8, a toothbrush rug beginner class at the Creative Arts Center. They have to have at least 2 people sign up to hold it. You must be 18 or above, and that class will max out at 10. Don't forget to register online at the Creative Arts Center, the SACPA website. But this event may be full or closed. So, again, always want to try and get your reservations in at least 24 hours ahead of time. Everyone's invited out this Friday, April 12th at the Salem Eagles Club. Another karaoke is going to be held by Stagecoach Productions. This one will be from 7 to 11. And you can also snack and or have a meal from the kitchen, open from 5 to 8. That'll be Friday night at the Eagles Club. Everybody's welcome to come on out. It's on Highway 32 West. Come on and check out the karaoke by Stagecoach Productions. 7 to 11 Friday night with the kitchen opening at 5, staying open till about 8. Now, Friday night, Danielle Norris will lead a sign and wine spring front porch welcome sign workshop. That'll be Friday night from 6 to 8:30. They'll supply the stencils and the supplies. You bring your own board, which will need to be 8 inches by 34 inches. If you don't have a board, that's okay. You can buy one from the Creative Arts Center. You can hand letter it yourself or add a pre-cut vinyl lettering that's available. Then for the summer class, bring that sign back and paint your summer sign that's on the back of that spring sign. This class is for age 12 and above. If you are a new participant and need a sign, the cost is $35 per person. If you bring your own board, the cost is $20. Interested people can sign up under programs at the SalemCommunityBetterment.com website for those activities at the Creative Arts Center. The Victor Baptist Church in Annette will have their free giveaway. That will be coming up on Saturday morning, 9 to 1. It's always held the second Saturday of each month out of the Annette community in the Victor Baptist Church. They welcome everybody. Come on out. No age requirements, no income requirements. Everybody and anybody is welcome to come on out to the Victor Baptist Church in Annette for their giveaway. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., or the second Saturday of every month. You'll find small household items, coats, clothing for any season, toys, games, decorative items. There's a bunch more, no charge. Everything is free. Victor Baptist Church in Annette. Their giveaway, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. until 1 p.m., Saturday afternoon. And, of course, look forward to the next one. After this one will be the second Saturday of the month of May. Cultural Craft Co-op will be held tomorrow and Saturday out at the Timber Lodge in Shannondale. They're going to have a number of different things going on out there, like making that toothbrush rug with Amy Terrell. It's $25. Carve a spoon with Cindy Dooley, $25 a spoon. You can make a reed basket with Connie Light for $35. Make a corn husk dowel with Patty Frisbee for $15. Cane a chair or a stool that you already have with Diana Clark. That's $90. And create a beginning blacksmith project or of a jailer's ring with Tim Ellerman. That's just $10. You can register for these classes by calling Mary Ficker, 573-729-7065. It's the Cultural Craft Co-op mini workshop out at the Timber Lodge this Friday and Saturday. Should be a lot of fun. Lunches will be available. There is no child care provided, so you do need to watch your own children. And instructors will have their crafts available to sell as well. Contact Mary Ficker if you're interested in any of those classes or want to find out more. 573-729-7065. Everybody's invited out this Saturday to the Salem Eagles. They'll be having karaoke by Stevie Small Town Karaoke DJ. That'll be from 7 to 11 on Saturday night. The kitchen will be open from 5 to 8 for your food needs. The entire event's open to the public. The Salem Eagles Club is out Highway 32 West, just past the airport on the north side of Highway 32, where this Saturday they'll have karaoke with Stevie Small Town Karaoke DJ from 7 to 11 and a great meal from 5 until 8. The event's open to the public. Everybody is welcome. And at the Salem Nutrition Center today, they'll be serving up creamy baked pork chop with roll, mashed potatoes, California blend veggies, and a beverage. Don't forget, lunch is served from 11 to 12:30 at the Salem Nutrition site, located inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. The cost? Well, suggested contribution if you're 60 and above is $5. If you're under the age of 60, your meal will be $7. And don't forget that the soup and salad bar gets underway at about 10:30 in the morning. That's a great meal for a great price at the Salem Nutrition site, where today they're having creamy baked pork chop, roll, mashed potatoes, and California blend veggies, and all at a very, very, very affordable rate. And all ages, anybody, everybody is welcome to eat at the Salem Nutrition site. Doesn't matter what your age is, they would love to see you there. The menu can change without notice. The Salem Nutrition site, 604 North McGrath Lane. Got questions? Get answers. Call 729-2373, 729-2373. That does it for our Civic Record. It's a program of church and civic news and a mention of persons recently deceased. The Civic Record is brought to you by Southtown Furniture, Highway 19 South in Salem. You know, there's never a bad time to go and check things out, to see what's available. Whether you need it today, maybe it might be a new, recliner, let's just say, maybe a lift chair, maybe a sofa, maybe a dining room table and chairs. Maybe it's new bedding, or maybe it might be even something as simple as an accessory. Well, just browse around. Take the time. See what's out there right now. And then, of course, when you're ready to buy, you know exactly what you're looking for. And check out the different fabrics that are available anymore. Man, I'm telling you what, some of these microfibers that they have are pretty incredible. You need to check them out for yourself. I can't even describe them because you can't describe when you feel something, what your body feels or your hands feel, in the words that, how do you say, smooth, comfy, cool, all in one term. I don't have that term. So you head on out, check it out for yourself. Maybe it's like that Uma commercial, Uma. I don't know. Maybe that's what it feels like. But whatever, to you, to me, it's always going to be different, but you're going to find the right piece of furniture or that right bedding, or maybe it might even be just that right curio cabinet to display your goodies. Stop on by and visit. See your friends today at Southtown Furniture, Highway 19 South in Salem, 2 blocks south of the crossroads at 1601 South Highway 19. You can call them if you have a question or two or three, 729-3422. And you can also go online to SouthtownFurnitureSalem.com. It's where the bargains are, Southtown Furniture. KSMO Radio is what you're in tune to. It's Thursday. Starting to try and see some sun, trying to make its way out. It's fighting. Not there yet. Still have some clouds out there that are kind of, keeping it from making its way out yet. But those clouds will thin out, and we should have some sunshine just a little bit later on this morning. So keep it right here, KSMO Radio. Currently, we have 51 degrees. Feels like 46. Those winds are already picking up out of the west-northwest. So be prepared for a breezy day today. At KSMO, keep it here. We got statewide news from the Missouri Net. We'll look at that Salem Nutrition Center's menu again, and then have AP news and sports from the Missouri Net. It's on the way. It's Thursday, April 11th. Thanks for joining us.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA Feed.
We are MFA.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out, the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Hey, it's Fitz, the guy that plays the hits from the Country Top 40. And this weekend, we'll discuss how country music means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but it has just one special meaning to Chase Matthew.
And especially with having social media now, there's a lane for everything. Like everybody has their own niche.
More from Chase, and we'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. The Missouri Supreme Court is reviewing a case involving whether Governor Mike Parson had the legal authority to dissolve a board reviewing if Marcellus Williams might be innocent of murder. He was sentenced to death for the 1998 murder of former St. Louis Post-Dispatch reporter Felicia Gale. Former Governor Eric Greitens appointed the board in 2017 to investigate Williams' claim of innocence, but last year Parson dissolved the board even though it had not finished its inquiry. Assistant Attorney General Michael Spillane told the High Court that state law is on the governor's side.
There's nothing in the statute that says the governor can't dissolve a board of inquiry. There's nothing in the statute that says that he has to reinstate the board and take away his ending of a stay of execution. There's simply nothing there.
An attorney representing the judge argued the governor misinterpreted the law and that legislative approval would be needed to dissolve the board. The state Supreme Court will issue a ruling later. The father of a University of Missouri hazing victim backs a bill that's intended to help save hazing victims. Tom Santulli, the father of Danny Santulli, is in support of the bill that would protect anyone from being found guilty of hazing if the person takes certain steps to save the victim. After drinking an excessive amount of vodka, Danny is now paralyzed and cannot see or talk.
Something needs to be done, because if nothing is done, this will continue. And as we speak, it's still continuing.
Under the bill, sponsored by Dora Representative Travis Smith, they must remain at the scene until help arrives from first responders. A documentary featuring Missouri's girls' state events has made the big stream. Netflix is airing the acclaimed film that features high school students from all over the state who wanted to experience politics firsthand. Faith Glasgow is now a student at Mizzou.
I was also having the realization that once I do go out into the real world, it's going to be so much harder. So it was just kind of sad and disheartening, but it was also very empowering, and it made me feel really connected to all of the other girls there.
The documentary premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. This is Missouri Net.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture wants you to know that black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations. Be sure you know the difference between the black vulture and the turkey vulture. Turkey vultures have white feathers across the entire length of their wingspan, while black vultures only have white feathers on the tips of their wings. Turkey vultures fly with their wings in more of a V formation, while black vultures hold their wings in a more straight, horizontal formation. Mitigation resources for your farm can be found on MDA's website at agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
An investigation continues into the attack on a hiker, and now a reward is offered. Ashley Bird has details.
A $5,000 reward is being offered to help arrest and convict a man accused of attacking a hiker in southeast Missouri last month. The U.S. Forest Service and Iron County law enforcement are working together to investigate the assault of a woman hiking alone on the Ozark Trail in the Bell Mountain Wilderness area on March 23rd. The victim managed to fight off and escape her attacker. The suspect is described as a white male, late 30s to early 40s, tall and slim, last seen wearing a black stocking hat, sunglasses, or dark coat and pants, and carrying a day pack. Anyone with information should call the Iron County Sheriff's Office.
Missouri will have a new inductee into the Hall of Famous Missourians. Marie Watkins Oliver of Southeast Missouri's Cape Girardeau is considered the Betsy Ross of Missouri, playing a key role in designing and crafting the state flag. And tonight's episode of Farmer Wants a Wife will be taking place on an eastern Missouri farm. This is Missouri Net.
For over 130 years, there have been moments in Cardinals baseball that will last a lifetime.
Baseball has some of the best athletes in sports.
With amazing feats, amazing moments, amazing plays, there's nothing quite like Cardinals baseball.
When you listen to the game, you just never know who that next hero may be.
We will have it all right here for you on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
At KSMO Radio, let's take a look and see what's cooking at that Salem Nutrition Center menu for today. They will be serving up a creamy baked pork chop with roll, mashed potatoes, and California blend veggies. That lunch today is served from 11 to 12:30 at the Salem Nutrition site located inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. And, of course, lunch is available to everybody. All ages are welcome to come and enjoy. Again, lunch is 11 to 12:30, and their soup and salad bar begins at 10:30 in the morning. Now, again, all ages are welcome. Suggested contribution if you're 60 and above is $5. Under the age of 60, your meal will cost you $7. Again, that meal today will be creamy baked pork chop with roll, mashed potatoes, California blend veggies, and, of course, milk. Don't forget to call 729-2373 if you have questions about the menu, the lunch, or any other questions you might have about the Salem Senior Center. And don't forget, too, that the menu can change without notice. Every weekday, we bring you that Salem Nutrition Center menu as a courtesy of all of us at KSMO Radio. Keep it right here for AP News and Sports from the Missouri Net, coming your way shortly on KSMO Salem.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
Serving up the hottest hits. KSMO Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Producer prices rose in March from a year earlier at the fastest pace in nearly a year. More evidence that progress against inflation may have stalled. Also just in, word that fewer Americans applied for jobless benefits last week. Bad weather from Florida to Texas.
Severe storms across the Gulf region on Wednesday caused damage from Texas to the Florida Panhandle and flooded streets in New Orleans. In Texas, flooding led to water rescues in Jasper County. There was heavy damage to a church in Port Arthur. And in Katy, Texas, a severe thunderstorm collapsed part of the roof of a Firestone repair shop, flinging an air conditioning unit into the parking lot. In Mississippi, the Emergency Management Agency said over 70 homes were damaged. In Scott County, the sheriff reports that a 64-year-old woman on an oxygen machine died after her home lost power. I'm Jennifer King.
Forecasters say today parts of Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia could see tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. In Augusta, Georgia, the start of the Masters Golf Tournament was delayed by at least an hour this morning because of the bad weather. It's one of the world's biggest sports events. Ukraine's military is dug in, outgunned, and outnumbered in the war with Russia. Now, Ukraine's parliament has passed a controversial new law that will govern how the country recruits new soldiers. The law will make it easier to identify every draft-eligible man in the country. Many have dodged conscription. The AP's Charles de Ledesma.
The move was spurred by a request from the military command under former army commander Valery Zaluzhny, who said Ukraine was in need of up to 500,000 new recruits to boost army ranks.
An avalanche near a ski resort in Austria has killed 2 people. Rescuers are searching for 2 others. Canada's warning that this year's wildfire season could be worse than last year. This is AP News. Looks like former President Trump's hush money criminal trial is going to begin as planned on Monday. The AP's Ed Donahue has the latest.
An attempt by former President Donald Trump to delay his hush money trial in New York has been rejected again. For a third straight day, Trump's lawyers asked for a delay, and for the third straight day, they were told no. This time, the Trump legal team asked the appeals court to halt the case indefinitely while it fights to have the trial judge removed. They're challenging several rulings by Judge Juan Merchan. Trump's hush money trial is scheduled to start Monday and is the first of his 4 criminal indictments slated to go to trial. It also would be the first criminal trial ever of a former president. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide the true nature of payments made in connection with a scheme to suppress damaging stories about him during the 2016 presidential campaign. I'm Ed Donahue.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tiffany Bland. I'm the new MD at SMDH Family Medicine. I will be providing family medical services for all ages. I'm now accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment today. SMDH Family Medicine is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
God, I'm so stressed. It's a brand new year and our business is busier than ever.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 35 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Starts at $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Uma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Uma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
Missouri Nuts Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals went off on the Astros an 11-2 win. Vinny Pasquantino got going 3 for 3 with a solo homer and 5 RBIs.
You're riding this roller coaster and you try to keep it as much of a kiddie ride as you can, where it's just flat. Obviously, the first week and a half wasn't what I wanted statistically, but yeah, tonight felt good.
And Seth Lugo, another good appearance. He gets the win, 2 runs in 6 innings.
When you get runs like that, it's you just tell yourself, attack the zone and don't issue any free passes after that. So that was the key.
Here's 2 interesting stats. KC's starting pitchers have an ERA of 1.97 in the first 12 games, and the Royals' offense batted around in a 7-run third inning. It's already the 4th time this season they've gone through the order in 1 inning. KC has now won 6 in a row. Brady Singer pitches for the sweep this afternoon. The Blues keep their playoff hopes alive. They scored on their first 4 shots of the game in the first 5 minutes, and they blitzed the Blackhawks 5-2. Captain Braden Shen.
That's what you got to do against those teams, and I don't think obviously they came ready to play tonight. We were able to capitalize on the mistakes they made.
Vegas also lost to Edmonton, so the Blues are 3 points out of the final wildcard spot with 3 games to play. Vegas has 4 left. The Blues host Carolina tomorrow night. Dallas police have an arrest warrant for Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice, who is facing 8 charges in connection with that hit-and-run crash. Police say he was speeding and lost control, eventually hitting a median wall. That led to a chain reaction collision, injuring 6 people. The Cardinals dropped their series with the Phillies, losing 4-3. A bad day for Victor Scott. His error in center in the first inning led to 2 runs. Then he was called out in the 8th after beating out a grounder, and he turned towards second base.
I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot, so I'm going to make mistakes, yes, but I'm also going to learn from them. And I feel like that's something that everyone should know. Yeah, I make mistakes. Okay, cool. I'm going to learn from it, though.
Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And for more than 100 years, American Humane has been protecting animals in times of crisis. And if you're like me, your pet means the world to you, and you want to keep them safe if disaster strikes. American Humane's first responders are always prepared to rescue animals in danger, but you can also help. To learn more about disaster planning and keeping your animals safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Want to get out of just about anything and look like an earth-saving hero? Just use the environment excuse. High school reunion? Sorry, can't. Planetary obligations. Unfortunate bridesmaid's dress? Unfortunately, you promised the climate you'd buy more vintage. Chauffeuring teens? The earth really needs them to hoof it. The environment is always the best excuse. Find your out and opt in to Cutting Carbon. Just visit theenvironmentexcuse.org. Brought to you by WildAid.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free! Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town and Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today. Do you have drainage issues at your home or business? Ignoring them only makes the problem worse. Give Titan Paving and Drainage a call and let Don Mutz come on out and assess the best way to alleviate the problem. Pooled water in the long term can damage asphalt and concrete, while standing water around your home can lead to soil erosion, as well as unstable or structural damage to a foundation, porch, or patio. Call Titan today to find the right drainage solution for your property at 453-6462 or 453-6379. And here, KSMO's local weather brought to you by your friends at Titan Paving and Drainage. And we're going to have some sunshine eventually today. The clouds will erode as the morning goes on, and we should see those winds continue to pick up. So a breezy, and we'll call it partly cloudy sky day by the, well, even late morning. We should have that. Probably, I would say, the next 2 hours, that sun should start making its way out as those clouds get thinner and thinner. But the winds keep blowing harder and harder and harder. 13-mile-an-hour winds out of the northwest, 74% relative humidity, and the pressure rising 29.69 inches. Feels like 48 right now at the KSMO studios. So eventually we'll have sunshine today. By tonight it'll be clear, and then we're going to have a nice sunny day tomorrow, but a breezy day tomorrow. Going to be sunny. We're going to top out about 66, 67 degrees. And then those winds will be moving from the northwest to the south by Saturday. And we're going to warm up nicely to near 80 with plenty of sunshine. But again, still a very breezy day. 83 on Sunday. Not as breezy. And then Monday will be about 83 again. So plenty of warmth coming into the area here this weekend, but still pretty breezy conditions for the most part on, definitely for today, tomorrow, Saturday, not so much, but Sunday, pretty breezy again. So be prepared. Currently at the KSMO studios, again, we have 52 degrees, but it feels like 48 right now at KSMO Radio. Now look at weather, brought to you by Titan Paving and Drainage. Call Don Mutz if you got questions about water in your basement. Yeah, there's a way to get rid of it. A lot of times we just don't really understand what goes on, how water gets there. And Don can help you out. If water's standing in your basement every time it rains, let Titan Paving and Drainage help get the right solution to get rid of that problem. Call Don 453-6379 or 453-6462. Titan Paving and Drainage. Up next, time for agribusiness news right here at KSMO Radio, being brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at your hometown radio source. We are KSMO Salem, Missouri.
I'm Brent Barnett with agribusiness news on Brownfield. Missouri state veterinarian says not every dairy state has confirmed highly pathogenic avian influenza in cattle, and farmers should be implementing stricter biosecurity to help prevent any spread of the virus. Brownfield's Kara Hart has this report from the National Institute for Animal Agriculture's annual meeting in Kansas City.
Dr. Steve Struberg says biosecurity at a dairy farm looks different than a poultry farm.
Especially when you're talking about the incursion from wild birds. Most poultry barns do not allow wild birds to get into those facilities. But when your cattle are on pasture or in these very large barns, it's very difficult to keep the wild birds out.
He says to limit the spread of HPAI in dairy cattle, farmers should provide fresh, clean bedding to cattle, rotate new grazing pastures daily, and follow proper milking procedures. And if you're bringing new dairy cattle to the farm from another state,
it's certainly recommended to keep them quarantined or isolated and observed for anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks.
The Livestock Marketing Association says cattle movement restrictions are in place due to HPAI in cattle in at least 17 states, reporting from the NIAA's annual meeting in Kansas City. I'm Kara Hart for Brownfield.
Researchers continue to investigate the transmission source of the influenza virus that's been found in dairy herds in multiple states. Drew Magstadt is a clinical associate professor at Iowa State University's College of Veterinary Medicine.
The main finding is the amount of virus and the reliability with which we detect it in the milk. It's not really been something that's been discovered before. That's kind of the novel part of this virus.
He tells Brownfield sequencing of the virus continues to show that it's being contracted from wild birds. An eastern Nebraska farmer says he's just a few days away from planting. Quentin Keneally raises corn and soybeans along the Missouri River.
We've been scratching the dirt a little bit, prepping some ground for getting ready to smooth them up, but we keep missing the rains, so we missed this big one last week. I was really hoping for that one, but I think our planting window got pushed up, so we could be planting here at the end of the week.
Central Iowa farmer Maury Hill says planters will be rolling soon in his area.
What I've talked to neighbors, that they think the ground conditions are ready if we can get the temperature up and hold it there.
Hill tells Brownfield the drought is still a concern.
The tank is not full by any means. I think there's enough there from what snow we had and these last little rains and stuff that we should be off to a good start. But like we always say, we need it as we keep going through the season.
U.S. ethanol production and stocks both peeled back last week while holding above year-ago levels. Production averaged 1,056,000 barrels a day, a decrease of 17,000 on the week. I'm Brent Barnett, Brownfield.
This is your Fungicide Performance Report brought to you by BASF. Today I'm speaking with Missouri farmer Brian Threkel about Veltima fungicide from BASF.
And I do believe that by fungicide my beans this summer, even in a hot and dry summer, that we had pretty good return on investment with the Veltima. The fungicide helps slow down the loss of moisture because, it's to stay green and it just makes it a more healthy plant. Let's go to the corn, for instance. anytime you use it on the corn, you're going to have probably 4 benefits. Yield is number 1, better test weight, better stay green, so standability come harvest time, and then you're going to take the disease out of it. So you got one product that's basically giving you 4 different types of return on that product, and to me, that's just a no-brainer.
For more information, contact your local BASF representative or go to revxfields.com.
Is the IRS making you feel anxious? Do you have multiple years of unfiled taxes or owe more than $8,000? The tax attorneys at Allies Tax Relief specialize in problems like yours, and they're ready to negotiate your fresh start. Don't go another year fearing the IRS. Allies Tax Relief will stop the IRS from garnishing your wages or levying your bank account. You only pay if you qualify for their services, so why wait? Call 800-280-4184 today. That's 800-280-4184.
Did you know that every patient has the right to have their medical imaging performed wherever they choose? This is Bobby Sullins, Director of Radiology at the Salem Memorial District Hospital, where we have state-of-the-art, up-to-date medical imaging at one of the lowest prices in the area. Outstanding imaging at a great price without the drive? It's just another service of the Salem Memorial District Hospital. If you have any questions, just give me a call at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Stop in today at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can save up to 10% on Napa Marine, RV, and Power Sports batteries. Grease Monkey utility gloves, a 3-pack for only $11.99. And you can get $10 off any 2 wiper blades when you buy a 5-quart bottle of Mobil 1 motor oil. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
Tell your friends about us.
The best radio station I ever heard in my entire life.
KSMO.
I've always been a rolling stone with a reckless streak. Yeah, the grass never gets too grown underneath my feet. City lights, southern stars, no such thing as gone too far. I'm running wide open. I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any mapped out location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm chained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. Yeah, the beauty of the northern lights in my mind is faded. The blue sky over Telluride next to you's kinda overrated. The wine